Hello everyone, I'm going to run through a quick tutorial with a brief introduction to Canvas and then how you can use it to see whether your child has any missing or incomplete assignments, and looking at the learning mastery of your students. Where is your student at in regards to certain standards that we are teaching in our classes? I am just under a test student in Canvas, but the best way to view, I believe, is through your student's browser or through yours on a web browser. What you will need to do is you want to go to Courses and you want to select the certain course you are looking at. So I will go into a math course, or my math course. Here's what the home screen looks like. Each Canvas course is split into modules, and modules can be broken up different ways by different teachers, but we pretty much do it by unit or by chapter. So if you expand any of these modules, you can see the different resources we use for that chapter, the different daily lessons, and the different weekly 5 assignments for my math class. The daily lessons that we do are in this format: 2.1.1, 2.1.2, and then the weekly 5 is a list of 5 problems. Now we're going to go to the grades portion. When you're back to the grades page, you can switch which grading period you are in. Quarter 2 just began last week, so what we want to look at, or you probably would like to look at, as quarter 1. That would be the beginning of the year up until last week. When you are under the assignments tab, like I currently am, this is a list of all the assignments that need to be completed in my course. You can see that there are the weekly 5s. Here's our chapter test, and this was a warm-up, different things like that. So this is the assignment name, this is the due date, and score. Under the score column, you'll see a couple of different icons. A check mark means that that assignment is complete. An X means that it is incomplete and missing. Your child did not complete that. And this dash here means that it has been assigned, but it hasn't been marked complete or incomplete yet by the instructor. When you see just a little paper icon, that means your child has submitted it online, but it has not been marked complete or incomplete yet either. Because we do no letter grades, everything is marked as complete or complete and not out of a total number of points. Next place would be learning mastery, and this is where you can see where your child is at on a 4-point rubric in regards to the different standards that are taught in our courses. Here is the number of total outcomes, as Canvas calls it, or learning objectives that are taught, and this number here tells you how many your child has been assessed on. What you want to do to get a more detailed report is you want to click on that number of standards your student has been assessed on. Then you will see all those standards that we are teaching. Along this side of the standard, you will see a green check mark. A green check mark means your child is at either a 3 or 4. Their most recent assessment of that standard, they were at a 3 or a 4. A 4 means that they had the correct solution and strategy or strategies. They were able to explain and justify their thinking thoroughly and clearly. A 3 is meeting the standard, and that is really where we want everybody to be at. The solution is mostly correct, maybe just a simple error in regards to something that wasn't the standard. They have an explanation and were able to justify. When you see a yellow plus icon next to the standard, that means your son or daughter is at a 2, which is approaching the standard. They have some correct thinking. They can't get it completely correct on their own. They have some explanation, but it's hard to follow. So they have a partial understanding of these specific standards. And then a 1 is minimal understandings. There's mathematical thinking, but it really doesn't relate to that standard, and it shows little understanding. There's little explanation, and it doesn't make sense. Then, in this icon, okay, this is the number of times your student has been assessed on that standard. So if you click on that, you can see there should be a list, if it's been assessed multiple times, of the assignments that that standard has been assessed on. So this is a great way to see how your student has progressed in regards to a certain standard over time. If you have any questions about looking at your son or daughter's progress and learning growth in Canvas, please do not be afraid to reach out to us. If you have any other questions about Canvas, please reach out to us as well.